Hey guys, it's Caitlin from Caitlin's Book Craze, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Lux Series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Only have these two with me. My friend has the first bind up of the first two books. Before everything starts, I would just like to quickly point out that as far as spoilers go, I don't spoil that much in the first two books as far as the plot line. In the third and fourth one, I think I say a few things about the plot, but mainly I am talking about Katie and Damon's relationship with each other. So just be clear of that. Forewarning, there will be spoilers. Sorry. For those of you who don't know, there are 5 books in the Lux series, which is Obsidian, Onyx, Opal, Origin, and then Opposition. And this series is so good. It's so good. I read them over my Christmas break, and I read them in a week. And I don't read series very fast. I read these so fast. And I do have paid things marked. Maybe I'll show you my Harry Potter book sometime. Someone pointed out to me that in every single book you read, there is the phrase somewhere along the lines of, I let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding. And I thought, no, that's not it. Page 241 of Opposition. I let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding and then took another I didn't need. Page... Hang on. My tabs are weird. That's not it. That's an actual quote I tabbed. That's good for me. I know that it's like in Onyx because I'm reading it on my Kindle again when my friend borrowed it. Yeah, I'm rereading it already. Who cares? And one thing I did find weird about these books is on my Kindle, there's so many typos. There's so many typos. I'll say they instead of the, like they spell Luxon within, like it'll be L-A-X-E-N and then L-A-X-O-N, one second, and some sentences just don't really make sense in general, and I don't know what that is. That's really weird. That's never happened to me before. It's just really weird. But I thought I'd point that out. So if you're reading on a Kindle, it is not her. I swear, because in her printed copies, they're good. So for those who are kind of confused why I'm holding up 2 books, this is 2 books in one. In the other bind up, Lux Beginnings is the first 2, which is Obsidian and Onyx. And then Consequences is Opal and Origin. And then this one is Opposition. The prequel novella is in this, called Shadows. I will now talk about the books a little bit. It's about a girl named Katie who moves to a new town. It's small. Her neighbors are aliens. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's the vaguest thing I can say about the series as a whole. It's about a girl whose neighbors are aliens. We're moving on. So the first book, Obsidian, is I think it's my favorite out of the series. It's definitely my favorite out of the series. Very well written book. The whole series is. I am not gonna lie, I did not like Damon, because Katie's neighbors, Damon and Dee, she befriends Dee, who's awesome. She's so awesome. And her brother is just this big giant, well, she calls him a douche canoe. He's a giant douche canoe. He's moody and all these things, and you don't know. And I didn't like the way he treated her right away. He was very rude. I hated him, but I really, really liked him at the same time. And I didn't like Damon until I got to the end of the book, at the end of the bind-ups. I'm gonna just use this as an example. At the end of these, there's like little snippets of like extra writings, and in the first bind-up, you get Damon's point of view from when they first meet. And it honestly made me feel a little bit better about why he treated her the way he did, because you kind of find out that he already likes her and he doesn't want to, and so he's just a dick about it because he doesn't want to like her. He knows he should stay away, she needs to stay away from him, and all would be good. I don't think I had any problems with Obsidian. I just thought it was really good. There was so much action, and I love that Katie doesn't fall in love with him right away too. I hate books where there's just insta love. It's unrealistic and all these things, and she doesn't like him. She hates him. She doesn't want to be around him. She's not like in love. It's the whole entire second book is her trying to decide her feelings for him. I think I gave that one 5 stars. Yeah, I gave the first one 5 stars. So I'm now going to talk about Onyx. Spoiler of Obsidian. So if you haven't read Obsidian, leave and then come back when you've read it, because then I can kind of talk. I'm going to spoil something, but I'm going to spoil Onyx, so it doesn't even matter. Go read them and come back. So at the end of Obsidian, Damon heals her. And then she starts... and then he's saying, I want to be with you. And she doesn't believe him. She thinks it's this connection they have. So the whole entire second one, it's her trying to figure out if she really wants to be with him, if it's real or not real. And I like that. I get about halfway, I don't even know, I don't know, I don't remember what point of the book I got really frustrated with her, because it was the point where I know she knows. She knows she has genuine feelings for him, and she's still trying to deny it. They bring Blake in, and I think that she maybe wrote him in as this, maybe creating this weird love triangle, but it just doesn't work. You don't trust him. You're agreeing with Damon the whole time, but you understand why she's thinking what she's thinking, but you know it's gonna just, everything's gonna fly in her face. It's gonna punch her right in the face. And that happens. Onyx was my least favorite of the series. It really was. She frustrated the crap out of me the most in this one. The ending, though, really good. I remember my Barnes & Noble didn't have the second bind up. It didn't have this. So I had to go to my Hastings, and they had one left. But I had to wait a whole night of reading the ending of Onyx and then getting my hands on Opal. It was a long night, but I did. And then I had to go to work, and it was like the worst 2 hours. I only worked for like 2 hours that night, and it was just the longest 2 hours of my life because I just wanted to get home and read it. I think I gave that book 4 stars on Goodreads, I'm pretty sure. So then the third book, which now I'm going to start spoiling Onyx even more. At the end of Onyx, Adam has died, and they let Blake go. That brought up a huge problem with me in Opal, and I'm currently reading Opal again, and it still is, and it's just, Dee is so frustrating. She's such a bee. Dee is such a bee. And she blames Katie for all this stuff, and pushes her away, and it makes me so angry, because in this first 2, every time Katie tries to talk to her, she starts freaking out that Katie doesn't want to be friends with her anymore. In Adam's death, she blames, the only person whose fault it is Blake's. He killed Adam. You can lead up to events, but in the end, he's the one that did it, not Katie. So I just found Dee extremely frustrating, but I got kind of past that, and I understand why she acted the way she did. I think she took too long to forgive Katie. I don't know, I did like Opal. I think I gave it 5 stars because I liked it so much better than Onyx. It was a nice switch from Onyx, where Katie was extremely frustrating, but I get it. They're teenagers. It's angsty. And Origin, the 4th one. Having the dual point of views was really helpful, because I was really thinking that like half of the book was going to be them separated, and I was not looking forward to that, but it's not. Thank God, because Katie at the end of Opal is captured by the DOD. I don't like when characters are separated in situations like that. It gives me so much anxiety. It really cracked me up, actually, in Origin, how Damon goes and wants to get Katie, right away, but with Dawson wanting to get Beth, he's just like, no, we have to plan. And I mean, I get that, but I don't know where Damon, he comes across as just like, no one's gonna stop him. But I just wish she would have let someone help him. But I mean, in the end and overall, it works out, I guess. But I feel like some death could have been prevented if he had just stopped and think. And like, he forced his brother to. Someone maybe should have forced him. And then also with Origin, I thought that something was really awesome is, I know that throughout the books, I don't think Damon treats Katie as an equal. I think she's proven how powerful she can be in the first one alone. And I felt like in Origin, it was Damon and Katie fighting together and taking on whatever they have to face together, and it was truly them. And I think maybe him being separated from her and not having her made him realize that, and it does. He points it out. I really like that about Origin. The whole Origins in general too felt very like they were like hinting at her gonna be having a baby, but it's just pointed out so much how much she doesn't want a kid, and they always use protection when they do have sex. It was kind of obvious that she would end up pregnant, but Beth would. But overall, good book. I think I gave it 5 stars actually on Goodreads. So then the last book, Opposition. I was just starting to like Dee again, and then she goes and gets extremely frustrating in this book again. She's such a bitch. Dee is such a bitch. I mean, I know she's under the Luxon's control, but it makes me so mad. And like that huge fight between her and Katie and her to like get her back to who she was just so good, and the way it was described is so intense. It wrapped up the series very well. I really always get sad when series end, but I read these so fast I don't think I had time to really process it, which is probably why I restarted reading them right after I finished them. Also, I love D in Archer. It was hilarious when I was reading Origin, is I didn't really trust Archer right away, but then I just, like, the way he treated Katie was different, and I knew, like, it was pretty obvious that he was Luke, or Luce, I say Luke, however you look at it. You knew right away he was his inside man, and so I kind of was hesitant to trust him, because everyone they trust in this book is bad, but then he is good, and that made me very happy. So good. I think I gave it 5 stars because I didn't have any issues with it. Overall, all these books, I think what makes them so awesome is all their pop culture references and the sassiness and the romance and the action. It's executed so good. She picks the appropriate time to put a joke in, like a really serious moment where there needed to be a joke, compared to like Harry Potter. Because with Harry Potter, there were moments, especially in the last one, where you needed a joke because it was just so much sadness. And I don't know. In these, I just feel like there's sad moments, but I was never like filled with sadness for days, which I liked. And so the jokes were just that much more enjoyable. And I just love when at one point when she says that they need the Avengers, and then Damon says like, no, we need Loki. And you know, like her reference to Morgan Freeman, hilarious. And I really liked how, starting with Opal, you got dual point of views with Damon. I also read the novella. I read Shadows, which is in this, and it's about Dawson, Damon's brother, and Beth. And I wish I had read it like right after I read Obsidian, but I didn't have this. But it was very good. I think I gave it 4 stars. I had to instill love like right away. Jennifer Armentrout is an amazing writer. Also, these book covers are so, I mean, like, yeah, they sparkle. Actually, it's really cool. But the other ones are very romance novel-y. But either way, I absolutely love these books, and I recommend them to anyone. You should read them or any of her other books. A lot of people will say that these are very similar to other books. Twilight is a huge one it gets kind of compared to, and her Covenant series gets compared to the Vampire Academy. You can compare a book to anything, and there can be similarities. Harry Potter can be compared to Star Wars, can be compared to Wizard of Oz. Grapes of Wrath, actually, even if you look at them, they're all very similar. So you gotta just look at a book for what it is. There's blatant plagiarism sometimes, but I don't think these are I think these are original, and they're very good. I know that this review is a little scattered because I reviewed 5 books in one, and I've never really ever done that, so we'll see how this goes. But if you like this, please give me a thumbs up, and if you like me, go ahead and subscribe, because you can see more of me in my future videos. Yeah, I hope this went well. I had to awkwardly sit here because my RA came home, and she lives like the wall I filmed next to is her room, and this room's empty, and it's kind of late, so you could get yelled at. And also, it's really uncomfortable having someone hear you and listen to you do this when you're already not. I'm not used to this. Here's a clip of me freaking out about her being here. Is she leaving? I don't know. My RA is right there. She's here. I'm gonna have to move for a film. So that's my review of the Lux series. As it is, stay tuned for more, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Bye.